mention how you took care of the debt. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days. All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait, where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved. Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian. And for good reason. The swarms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tal Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity.
The chances for survival, let alone maintaining any kind of functioning society, would be slim indeed.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now? The circle, huh? Could use a drink about now. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Stay away from the sixth circle.
The Lux condos aren't anything.
I got a little bit of... Take a look. Hey, get you on the flip side.
House of Enlightenment is organizing an annual charity auction for the widows and orphans.
Is that really her? Adrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say,
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
I'm just gonna wait until that drug's in production. And I'm telling everyone Percival and I saved Mars. Oh, and you, of course, Andy.
you coming?
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble. That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. So, were you two able to get...
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from them.
Londinian?
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of...
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our...
Good place to start. But
It's in the archives.
the Armistice Archive? Doesn't that mean we be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach good.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But one, they want to see this analysis, you two. And two, they want to discuss what happened with both of us. It can be a daunting experience. Percival and I, we were military scientists, ran a division.
Place I was hiding out. That was our...
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually... A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC... Oh. Well... But it was during that assignment that the project never got off the ground. But the data our team... Under the watchful eye of... But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need, and hopefully how to prevent more attacks like the one that's... All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the cabinet's hands. I'll meet you.
Good luck.
The red eyes are some badge of honor?
Am I along levels here?
A new novel written by Freestar veteran and author Hawa Mega has been climbing the charts. Mech Horizon is a fictional...
Hey, you buy from me? Just a reminder. Be safe out there.
An assault on Varun zealots.
Sometimes it feels like
conversation about your little
Welcome to
soiree
Titan.
on
You
the
are cleared
island.
to land
Here
in
we
New Homestead.
go. Look, I already said I was sorry. What else is there to discuss?
Well, there's the small matter of a bill I recently received. 5,000 credits for assorted petty fours. You want to tell me the real story there, Barrett? Hmm? You and Vladimir don't exactly strike me as the petty fours type. More like beer and pretzels, if you ask me.
Listen, Sarah. We were hosting a party and I don't know what to say. You have to impress, right?
The eye isn't your personal vacation home. It's a delicate instrument. If you don't want me to revoke your docking rights...
No need to say another word, sir. I read you loud and clear. Oh, and I'll settle that bill for the pettit fours. Don't even worry about it.
Welcome to New Homestead. Please make your way to the... Stay safe and enjoy your visit.
Need some work done? Got anything you need to offload? Okay, no problem.
There is value to be found in looking back through history, provided one does not claim it. Indeed I do. You do not need to ask me if you may. Honestly, I so many years. I do enjoy combat training, though. You have given me something to I have never been surrounded by... It has been a very... There are worlds beyond count. Thank you for asking. Ah, yes, we are done.
Welcome to New Homestead. Feel free to look around, but don't touch.
You get... Sure would be nice to get off-world sometime.
The people, hello.
Did you know? I still can't believe people actually live like this.
I can't believe the chunks here ran out of special sauce again. It sounded like that Luther guy would pay someone to get it for him.
Thanks for choosing chunks. Which chunks can I get for you? Hello there. Welcome. Sadly, we're out of the special sauce. Not? So, if I'm completely honest, it is. And people are always saying how this chunks can't compare to the real deal. And I just know it's because we never had that mouth-watering sauce. I've been in contact with some of the other restaurants out there, and they'll give me some, but they say they can't afford to send it, and I don't have a ship, so what am I to do? Wait, for real? Oh, yeah, right. I actually just tell them you're there to pick it up for me, and they shoot.
Welcome to Chunks. Please choose your chunks.
What did we think of the tour?
Very informative. I didn't know about the methane harvesters before coming here.
The, Brown Horse Tavern, was it, huh? The food was better than I expected from a backwoods planet like this.
It has a quaint charm, doesn't it?
Just like the rest of New Homestead.
Well, I hope you'll come back and see us again sometime, and I hope you'll consider another Star Sap tour. Tell your friends.
I will. Thanks again.
Excuse me, Bill. You've got to do a better job of keeping your tour groups out of trouble.
What do you mean?
That little boy almost wound up on my operating table. Claudio said he was playing with some of the machinery down by the mines and nearly got his arm stuck inside. It could have been ripped off.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know, kids, little troublemakers. I'll tell the guests to be more careful.
Damn right. You've got to do something, or else next time it happens, I'm billing you personally.
Yeesh.
Hello there.
Great.
The museum
Another
here
tourist.
is free to everyone.
I appreciate that you're trying to set me at ease, but sorry for how I responded. It's not you, it's me. Anyway. I don't. They make a mockery of New Homestead culture. And on top of it, they're reckless. It's like I said before, I feel like I'm treating them more often than our own people. Actually, maybe there is. I have an idea that maybe... So I bought a realistic monster costume. The plan was to wear it. I figure that once word gets around, tourism... That's the spirit. To be honest, I'm not sure it'll... Here's the costume. I think this will work best on the surface, so just find a group and run up. With any luck, they'll run screaming and...
Vandalism cities. Careful, there are some dangerous
Do you come from one of those planets?
Damn power's on the fritz again. Joyce always seems to need help clearing ice.
Did you scare off those tourists yet? I'll bet they... Thanks for... Tell you what, if you want to come back later and do this for me a couple more times...
That's Waymaros. You'll never catch me.
Those folk, I don't mind the tourists. They help the local economy.
Five locations. Crucible.
Human of unknown origin. This is an undisclosed secret location. Acknowledging receipt of an explanation deemed. Clearance granted. Outsider will deliver 150.
Tobias, stand down. We have...
Reminder. Deliver required material.
This is incredible. For so long we hoped for any visit, and the day has I wish it were... Your arrival is truly an historic one, but many fear what it portends. The societies have closed their doors and are arguing about... while the rest hide to see which way the wind... Franklin would know what to do. He's the oldest among us. You should talk with... Give it time, and I'm for curiosity's sake, if nothing...
Franklin!
When your ship landed, I feared the robots would shoot you on sight. I am greatly relieved that they let you enter, Ark, but you come during a delicate time. Where to begin? Maybe an introduction? I am Franklin Delano Roosevelt, leader of the Pragmatist Society.
Wait, what about President?
It is gratifying that even after all these years, my name isn't entirely forgotten. You see, I was an American president. Well, not literally, but everyone that lives here are clones. Some of us are clones of the greatest figures of history, and others, when we die, and some of us die quite often, we are brought... I cannot imagine how strange this must sound to it. Now, there is the question, isn't it? I do not have FDR's memories, but I know every nuance of his life and, well, as much as history records. I confess, I am my own man, but... Is it? I wish I could have, but we are as ignorant of the technology which brought us into being as we are of the outside. I could see how confusing this may be, but if it's any consolation, many of us feel the same, and we live here. After decades, centuries, of trying to figure it out ourselves, there is so very much. The robots clone us for a reason. They're so-called, but what that is and what we should do about it is something it's best to meet with the other society. Word has been sent, so the street should be full again. There is more I would talk with you about, but I would not take it back. Go speak with the Monerinas and Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan? The warlord?
I hope your arrival doesn't mean more violence.
Welcome to town, stranger. Consider me part of the welcoming. The name's Wyatt Earp, and I'd be most pleased if you'd use one of the spare rooms during your stay. For a mod. He was, and I try to be. I do the best I can to uphold the law, but the societies make that difficult. I expect I've had as much success restraining Genghis as the Chinese did. I do what I can. Roosevelt and I are both of the same mind on that. Well, I hope you enjoy your stay. And by the by, I may have access to some essentials I've picked up over the... Happy to sell them to you. Hope you find what you're looking for. pleasure talking with you.
I need to go out there. I want to see and do everything there is to be done.
But
Your ship,
where do you pilot?
it travels the stars, right? That's just how I imagine it. My name's Amelia Earhart. When I first woke up in this place, in my head, I knew all about my namesake, her life and her accomplishments. But I also knew how to fly a starship, reactor limits, thrust acceleration vectors and everything. In my mind's eye, I can imagine. And yet... Am I that transparent? Listen, I know you owe me nothing at all. But I know the societies want who knows what from you for who knows why. I just want for my... You won't regret it. Do you want to talk about anything else? Goodbye, outsider.
You can hear you actually came from space.
Oh God.
Stranger! Weapons! Out! They come! There will be blood!
The man from the stars. And you're not afraid to get your hands dirty. I guess the world out there is not so. Genghis Khan, a pleasure to... My namesake, yes. I'm really just a lowly prisoner. I am pleased that the dangers out here are... You cannot be fully human if you trap yourself behind... So Franklin told you of us. Oh, some of us think that makes us special. That the deeds of our namesake, but that is blind arrogance. Perhaps you are right. Certainly. But all this talk gets... Too many of the others grovel at the feet of the damned robots. Try. The renegades will not submit. A prison of the mind and the body. Crucible holds out a throne and says, obey. And it... The thrones are meant to be taken, not had. But it is a Tantala. If Crucible had not hobbled, I have died a dozen deaths trying to find a way out of Crucible. You get too far or disobey too much, then death. Crucible. But now the robots have made a grip. You hold our future. I sense fire in you. I propose this. The robots come from... We call it the facility. A place none of us can get to. Go there, and...
I had hoped you would visit me. Know that you stand before Queen Amanirinas of the Kush, queen of a dead kingdom on a dead world. But I earned my... Your courtesy is appreciated, even though it rings hollow. My if you don't believe me, know you are not alone. Some clones deride me behind my back, but I feel in my bones that I am I remember things no one has told me. And the smells. The right scent. And I close my eyes. And I can picture all of it. If your mind and heart remain open once. However, on Crucible I still lead. We are the ones who will take our rightful place in these citadels to bring in a new glorious age and break the endless cycles of oppression. So many scoff at the mission. That we are the chosen. We are meant to better ourselves. All of us represent the greatest figures in our history. Who better to lead the settled systems to a new... If we could do it ourselves, I do not care if you think my plan is insane. When someone has achieved their potential, the facility is supposed to set us free. But the machines have been breaking more and more over the years. And no, I need your help to properly fix the facility. I need you to go to the facility. I imagine Genghis has already... All the society leaders know it's the key. Please, investigate it.
In my darkest hours, I feared that we were all the...
So, I must confess I'm very curious what an... You might be the first objectively neutral party we've ever... It takes more than a great person to achieve great things. I fear we would be ill-equipped. The facility has gathered some of the most... It has told them that they should lead in a golden age. Setting us all loose, Sparta as a whole would... Certainly. It is evident that the facility is decaying. It is both unsustainable and unwise for us to fix. Our community must be weaned off the machines. Learn how to... Allowed to raise families so we can pass our lessons to the next generation. And to die. One day we will be worthy of going to the stars. Yes, and not to be indelicate, are we even human in this state? Do not listen to passion. Genghis can be... In some sense, we are an abomination. Once we are fully human, fully self-reliant, I am sure in time you... Go to the facility and...
Let us see what wonders of life this planet hosts.
Meet your death.
seems local fauna has been nesting here.
King Kong's guy.
Do you think they have burrowed into the ground? Or they originally came up out of it?
Still.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Oh shit, he fired!
Hope wherever you store that the smell will not be an issue.
Amonarinos. She is a curious lady.
This is probably the right choice. These people...
Let me see. You have no idea what a reassurance. It sounds like the facility is... Think of the answers it must contain. And perhaps a way. But there is no security override code here. Galathea's sister? Yes, if anyone can figure a manner, I'll radio her and explain the situation.
If you are free, sir. I hear you share the secrets of the facility with someone else. Have a care, outsider. The others would defile the facility. As you wish, outsider.
So we did come from a spaceship. Of course. What was the Beagle? But all of that in time. She's not in this star system. The radio telescope. It has a default position. I always wondered why point at Bell 5. Perhaps the facility looks for her sister. I can send you the coordinates. The facility communicates via a...
I find the interior of this ship.
Hope you've enjoyed staying here. Yes, I wish to discuss with you.
There. Stable already achieved, like a toy sailboat released into a calm pond.
All right, Sam. Now that we have a moment, it's time to figure out the details of our little bet.
Oh, come on, Sarah, not this again. Telling you, there's no point in setting up that wager.
So you intend to stick with the ridiculous notion that the beer served at the hitching post is better than James?
Drinks, better than others.
Jump complete. Propulsion restored. You must have banged your head on a console during that last grab jump. No one in their right mind would make a claim like that.
We've been trying to contact you about
What
your
the
ship's
fuck?
extended
Anyway, I'd be happy to take it.
Your warranty coverage has expired or
let
is
it
about
go
to
already.
expire. Due to the
One
uncertainty
day
of the
we're
political
going to
situation
system
in the
hop and
settled
test your
systems,
theory. I just hope you're ready for some serious disappointment.
it sounds like you're not interested in hearing more. That's too bad.
Yes, ship extended warranty is out of service.
I love the feeling after a perfect jump.
You know my great-grandpappy made that trip, right? Were
here. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Grandma!
Docking integrity, 100%. Good to go, Cap.
It is good to be back. Can we speak for a moment?
Well, hello. The worst part of space travel is having to eat alone. I used to eat with my better half every meal until he passed. I've got plenty. I hope you're hungry. My, oh my, so formal. It is a particular pleasure to meet you, my good sir. I finally retired last year, and I've been traveling all over. I wish I could have done this when I was younger, but it's still a treat. My grandkids are mortified that I'm out here. Positively livid. You wouldn't believe the characters I've encountered. I got good shields, and I always have enough helium-3 to jump somewhere safe. I'm careful. So, what do you think of the settled systems? I can't believe there are so many stars, planets, moons, and whatnot. It makes my head spin just thinking of it. Ain't that the truth? I'm afraid I'm worn out, dear. But feel free to grab some extra.
I wanted to thank you for giving. You seem to be acclimating well. You were acquainted with some of the members before. I was not. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. If I may, from what you have... I cannot tell if that is... I have a very different background from the rest. I have not shared much, but... Yes, exactly. For those that have not lived it, it can be... Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to... I lack his... Of course. You have given me an opportunity the others have not. I know this seems trivial. By a group, Thank you. Discussing these things can be challenging. Thank you for talking this over with me.
Separation complete.
Now, the way you handle things, not bad.
I too prefer custom alterations to the standard issue. Hello. Need to see what I... Is that it then?
Captain Dillon, it is pleasant to see you.
All systems. I have located the enemy. Massive damage.
Did they have anything of value? They certainly made sure to bring along plenty of robots.
This is Franklin Roosevelt. We have an urgent situation developing on Crucible. Please, come immediately, before it's too late.
I need to go out there. Want to see and do everything there is to be done.
Oh, thank God, Genghis has issued an ultimatum. He will... I fear Amon Arenas is siding with him. We are on the brink of war. A war... He knows you have seen the facility, and so he threatened. I will send a message. So, no matter how much he vexes,
The outsider.
Amon Arenas, Genghis, I had hoped we would not be meeting like this after so short a respite.
You drove us here, Franklin. Did you think we would let the outsider just hand the pragmatist? Stranger, if you do not change your course... You want peace? Then let the renegades go free.
This is not what we agreed, Genghis. Only those who have passed the test can leave Crucible.
This is my test. Here and now. If you let us leave Crucible, then the pragmatic...
Under no circumstances can I agree to that, Genghis.
So there it is. It is to deny me.
Your namesake was a plague upon the world. Arguably the greatest... If there was even a fraction of a chance I would be unleashing that upon the stars... Perhaps you are right. The facility and its test and mission are flawed. And if you are allowed to author that test, then you...
So the answer is we are all in prison? You leave us no choice but to join the renegades?
20 years.
What?
We have to stand on our own 2 feet to earn it. So let the outsider reprogram the facility, and for 20 years we work together to make Crucible, and after, we institute a test, which we both author with mutual veto power, and any who pass...
Do not let the politician cloud your head with...
You think I would accept this?
We could kill them. Kill them all. And then we can dictate any term.
I only lead my people to battle when I must. Do you promise, Mr. Roosevelt, a fair test? One that we can pass?
I will not make it easy, but it will be, as you say.
No!
Roosevelt has done many things that infuriate me. But his honor, I have never had to question. The believers will not fight. Let the gods decide which... You are a
You will regret. Then we will meet on the field of battle.
So be it. We have fortified the society, but this will never end until Genghis is... He is the linchpin. If you take... In his every incarnate, let us deal with him one...
I'm not going down without a fight.
No! Stop! Get up!
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in my pockets.
It is over. Why? I hope your settled systems has truly learned from the past. Humanity is capable. Please, go to the facility and make it so that it will obey my instructions.
We're under attack!
It is over. I hope you're settled. It was a grim duty, but the price at please.
What the hell did I do? What the fuck?
I need to go out there. I want to see and do everything there is to be done.
Oh, thank God. Genghis has issued. I fear we are on. I will send them. So, no.
The outside.
I'm on Arenas.
You drove us, stranger. You want peace?
This is not what we agreed, Genghis.
This is my If you let us leave Crucible, then the...
Under no circumstances can I agree to that.
So there it is. It is to deny me.
Your namesake was a... If there was even a... Perhaps you are right. The facility and the...
So the answer is you leave us no choice.
20 years.
What?
We have to stand. So let the outsider and...
Do not let the politician...
You think I would
We could kill them.
I only lead my people. Do you promise, Mr.
I will not make...
No!
Roosevelt has done, but his honor, the believers will. I think you have the makings of it.
You will regret. Then we will meet on the field.
So be it. We have fortified the... He is the linchpin. Genghis is... Please be careful.
This should be fun. We're
Hopefully they amount to something.
It is over. I hope you're set. It was a grim duty, but the price... Please, go.
Blood runs in the streets again. I had hoped. I do not hold you responsible, but may I help you? So your mission to the Beagle was a success. Let me see. It is done. It took me many years, and now the mysteries of the... I pray you choose. Your visitation is a prayer answered. Why, yes, 811. My namesake worked with Charles Babbage, and to see what our little experiments led. It's always a pleasure.
In my darkest hours, I feared
Listen,
that we were
it's not
all
safe.
that was left
It's
of
about
humanity.
Roosevelt. Thank you. There's a, well, cave. Please. Ideally, before you go back to the I'll meet you at the cave.
I will hold Roosevelt to his...
You came. These clones, they're I'm sorry. You're just... I'm not Wyatt Earp. I wish. God, I was cloned off a monster. America's first serial killer.
Well, that is...
He was a deranged lunatic on old Earth. In the 1890s, he owned a hotel. He'd lure people there in this crazy hotel with all sorts of... But I'm not him! It's like a living. If you go to the facility, I know you'd... And if you let any of these bloodthirsty... But no, that wouldn't be the end. Every time my new clone would appear, death. I'm afraid it's you or me. I really don't. But the other clones... They're the monsters, Please. A few of the old-timers know I used to go by Billy. I mean, I had to make up a story. I always used to read the dime novel. I figured I knew enough about Wild Bill, and I just had no way of knowing what my previous life... So I played dumb. But Roosevelt... I just don't... see... You sound so certain. Wyatt Earp was a hero. I don't want to die. Just don't. I might have some stuff you could use in stock. Hopefully you take fancy to something. I'm hoping you come back for some repeat business.
Pay Judgment, Riley? You have fun? Playing with who? Ah. You haven't got you 2 drawers instead of just one? Yeah, I'm gonna come down and play more drawers down.
I'm up for a little adventure.
Yeah, what is it?
Best not to leave anything useful. Always worth checking. Never know what you might find.
Oh yeah, I met these two. Riley, this is my friend Connor, and Brent. Guys, this is my brother Riley. No, that's a bird. My sister's toast the dragon part. Just change the element. A bird is just. So my sister, I got sisters that like have floss dragon, like elements. A bird's like, he's like, that's with fire roads.
Before we are discovered.
I will hold Roosevelt to his word.
What was long sought out, not all on Crucible will approve. You have given us all a chance for self-determination. For some of us, that will be. You have my enduring thanks. And anytime you need safe harbor,
In my darkest hours, I feared that we were all that was left of humanity. You've taken the Crucible by storm, haven't you? Now that Roosevelt's the admin, I'm in the clear to hide. I'll do my best. Like I told you before, I won't... Golly, thanks. You haven't... I just need to say a couple farewells.
You can hear the howls at night. The defenses have to hold.
I promise I will use the power you get. Nice talking with you. I have such What?
Why would this infernal place choose to bring back that abomination? But he's not Holmes. I've worked with Wyatt for many. He is a good man, but I can see it's been... Exactly. He's chosen a better path than his forebear. Listen, don't tell anyone else. We should be judged by our action. I am reminded of a proverb. Now that we are able to start living on our own terms, this opportunity is a precious gift, though. Goodbye.
Please don't. I might have some stuff you could use and hopefully you take fancy. I'm hoping you come back for some repeat business.
Change is coming. I can feel it.
I would kill for a new slate of anything at all.
I wish I was able to convince you of our cause. Instead, Roosevelt wins. Perhaps in time, we can convince Franklin. So the pragmatists win. But in fact, the mission may be better for Franklin and I working together. As you wish, outsider.
This unit is busy.
Your visitation is a prayer and farewell, outsider.
I can't talk about it. I'm getting all worked up.
We'll get through it together, buddy.
You shouldn't. Hey, what can I do for you? Sure, have at it.
How about my foot up your ass?
I understand this station was once quite the luxurious
seen you
place for
around here
UC
before.
military
Good
commanders.
to see another Vanguard pilot.
Based on what I see, I find that very hard
Right.
to believe.
Okay. Good. Was it nothing against you personally, of course. I'd just like to know who I'm responsible for before they show up on my door. You need anything? Say the word. We're short on lux. Oh gosh, no. Vanguard wasn't even a thought. The den, the original den, mind you, got blown up during the Serpent's Crusade. Sometimes I think that's why they keep it operational, too. I'm glad we have it as a post, and Marcel and the Trade Authority do some decent business, which I don't think it ever will. Fly safe.
I really don't think that's appropriate talk coming from a Vanguard pilot.
That's exactly
If you're ever
your
in
problem.
New Atlantis,
You don't think
I'm putting in
if
a
you
good-
were to
Farewell, then.
reporter, you wouldn't be stuck all the way out here.
I really did think this place would see a bit more action. Well, I certainly... The Vanguard pilots don't seem to want to associate with me. And I don't... You know, I really thought volunteering for this assignment was going to be the boost to my... But that's not at all what I'm doing. Well, I certainly... The Vanguard pilot... You know, I could, so long as I don't mind seeming like an abject failure. And I just know that the day after I leave some... Well, The Vanguard pilot, you know. So I've been told. I mean, I guess maybe that's true, but... if so...
Ah, a new customer. Welcome to the Trade Authority. Our stock may not be as vast as New Atlantis or Sedo. And seeing as the Trade Authority is the only fully licensed operator for the den, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Thank you. Did you have any...
But you need to consider that you don't operate in a vacuum. If you're stationed here long term, that means you're around these people all day, every day.
Duncan sent me a comedian. Thank you, and... Good to see you. Certainly.
I'm sure they do know that, Holden. I'm just saying, maybe use a little more discretion in your reporting. Maybe a lot. Don't worry. When the next big story breaks out here, I'll be sure to help you.
Thank you.
You're out there a lot, right? In space? Just do us all a favor and never turn into one of those spacers. Scum of the galaxy. Robbing, stealing, killing. Even the Crimson Fleet don't trust them.
Keep your nose clean. What?
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New Atlantis. Please enjoy your...
Saw your ship come in. Nice ride.
How's it going? I'm pleased to report that our stocks are currently... Welcome to UC District... Oh, well, sir. Right. Come back if you need something else.
Hey there, y'all.
Cool spacesuit.
Oh, y'all.
One day, I'm gonna leave New Atlantis.
Because you're there.
Hi. How you doing?
It's cliche, but it's true. Welcome to the Trade Authority. If, however, you are here under false pretense, then I'm afraid you'll find nothing. So, what? Then my disclaimer doesn't apply. And please, let me... Of course. If you need anything else, you know where to find us.
Let's see what
Is
your
something
file
amiss?
says.
All right then.
Long hauler. Keep your cargo free of any contraband.
I'm not gonna be stuck in this place for long. All I need is a grease, and I'll turn it into a brick. You'll see.
No lawyer. Can't say I'll have what you need. Happy to make a deal. Take care.
Captain! Over here. The workup's in the Cabinet's hands. Though I was a bit caught off guard when the commander of the Vanguard asked me how things were going, as I hadn't realized you were UC Navy this whole time. Hey, your call what you share and what you... And... I guess in my relationship with the UC, They called him Ve Victus. The program I was a part of. Secure the leadership of... You have? I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Some independent group might have managed to figure it. The man I was cloned from, my father, Freestar Collective, and the things he did, well, they're... So my involvement... I really appreciate you saying that.
Holding a grudge against where a person comes from, that is...
Just the way things are. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? Or if you've got any last minute... No telling how long the cabinet... Then I guess it's just...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how? So now, we have two petitioners here making access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data. A request which will require not just this body's agreement. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report. Perhaps you could summarize.
That's quite the leap. Madam President, I object to the very... While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than they've been happening for to demand we hand over banned archival knowledge, and possibly, seems at best, panic. And at worst...
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome. I would also ask, how many deaths? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks...
Let's keep this civil. And while there should be no doubt, the preservation of Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collects...
Just taking her word for it as well.
So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information...
I can't... Attempting to open the archives.
It does, doesn't it? We were all...
You and I are in agreement, Chieftain. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can...
An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Oh no.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanners somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
That's it. Now hit him with everything you've got. We're trying to help you.
Thank you. The way those people were acting, I've seen...
We tried to restrain them, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them.
Pheromonic projection. Some terramorphs, it affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fight. Let's do it.
That's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
I'm back.
I'm thankful these rides are quick. I do not like being in small, enclosed spaces.
An evacuation order has been issued for the spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
You might back up. Don't just stand there.
X-bots? We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. No. Fire team just...
Of course, the United Colonies is paying close attention. Heavens forbid something escaped their notice.
These things down and do it fast. We hold them as best we can.
You might be looking for some backup. You say the word.
You two have any experience with Terramorphs?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability.
We're not UC security. You don't need... We're not afraid, but we'll stay here and hold on. Your call. We're on the...
rest of the city is safe, thanks to us. You deserve whatever accolades you have coming.
Like hell it is. I don't want to think what would have happened if you...
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know that... Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your home.
I believe we have some things we should discuss.
My officers were unprepared.
Captain, Hadrian, it would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today, as well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed, first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House... Someone who knows precisely the sort... The Cabinet wants you... We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us? I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. We're dismissed.
Those creatures killed UC citizens. They're not coming anymore.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
A Vanguard captain. You... Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require. That must make you my Vanguard captain. I heard you were instrument. I was also informed that Chief Yassine wants you to know the interstellar affairs. We're going to do everything in our... And that means first getting you into the... It was a mutual agreement.
Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency. UC.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means get them both and you'll have your data.
I couldn't agree more. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you.
And I do mean cooperate, though that doesn't mean.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're... Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Balmore. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion he's since lent his support, though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick...
Yes, just like us.
Of course. We're not 100% sure about his public appearances. Were always rare. Scans of the facility show...
Your task is to find him. I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option. Here, and fair warning, we...
Now, officially,
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the...
And who knows? But my suspicion is...
Certainly.
See, UC intelligence has a...
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself.
So, if you are going to try and access...
Now, we recovered some but there's also a disgruntled staff member
All right.
And take these.
Now, if you have... I'd suggest you start with Be smart out there, Ken.
Yes, what?
You are a visitor?
I cannot help but notice that I wonder how many times one side or the other has threatened to close this embassy down over the years.
All that security, and they still can't protect their own spaceport.
Guests can make themselves comfortable in the lobby.
I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Sorry. Everyone's a little on edge after the attack.
That woman... Oh, sorry. Oh, what? You know, I was about to board the Nat to the spaceport, and like I've got you to... Well, then... But look, the ambassador likes to handle... Even if he does have trained diplomats here to... And I don't want to get shipped back to Aquila City. I...
Sounds like it was a real mess down at the spaceport.
Maybe try not to look like you're following me. You have done this before, right? So you want me to... No, I think that's a pretty safe assumption. And no other... So then... Her quarters. And you... And the...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you have an... Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. You have my thanks for what you... Now, she also mentioned that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives. Some of the... I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you local... Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information... I will not be the one responsible for its... We'll oversee the research. Guess that takes the whole trust us component out of play, doesn't it? Fine. You'll get...
This building is Freestar sovereign territory. So in here, we're the law.
They tell me it should only take a moment. And there. It's not supposed to be long. You know, I'm quite busy.
You're allowed 3 places. Conference room, lobby, passenger zones.
Thank you again for all you've done, Captain. Guess the UC got what it needed then, huh?
It could cause an incident. It would mean my job, sir. Fine. I'll begin the process. Wouldn't want to withhold a chance for more red tape from the great UC.
Yes, exactly. It's like when someone...
This is something different than anything else in New Atlantis. Decades ago, and it seems this tree has decided it now owns this place.
have anything of value?
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. Yeah. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss. Not the ideal introduction. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into... Tell me though, what is it like outside? as the rest of the city. Harmless spores, you have my word, but hard to navigate. Hence why I was guiding you through the intercoms to restore the environmental control. It is the sap of the tree that gives it its... well, but I must know. I take it you didn't have such... Yes, the entire embassy was thrown into lockdown, trapping me in my quarters, disabling... A disconcerting experience, to say... Is that right, huh? I shall... Now, it cannot solely be this... You were sent by the UC. And the broadcast spoke of terror. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but... So the UC requires information. The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. But, if I am to... For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with... In exchange for my code, I require this. You must... The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is.
You have mine as well.
Well then, please.
If you are free soon, could we talk? I have been curious. I know that your role in... You could have delivered the artifact. Yes, the idea of what they might represent has been motivating. My past is complicated. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. Yes. I am often surprised at how reluctant... When I first came to New Atlantis, I was shocked at... They do their jobs, eat their food. Their experience is so different from much of the settled systems. Yes, they were. Purpose cuts through adversity. I have. My family is unique. My parents and their parents. You can imagine, I am sure. It has certainly proven valuable. For now, though, it would seem you and I have... I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we have...
Friend.
Can we run through it one more time?
You can over-rehearse.
You're only... I would never dream of selling... please do. Good luck on all your adventures.
What? Oh, sorry.
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm no... Welcome to UC Distribute? Yes. You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait. Please, if you experience any issues in your dealings with the distribution center, let us know. We're always striving to improve. Welcome to UC Distribute. I hope we have what you... Back to it, then.
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop you.
What response?
I'm told by top officials the cabinet already has a plan in place to...
Ran.
Something to report?
Captain. Oh, wait. Did you... That's incredible. I'm very much looking forward to getting the debrief on how precise... Regardless. And now, I've already arranged... When you get down there, the UC monitor... Here, the UC code piece and an archival... Absolute best behavior.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations.
Captain, we've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin. Unlocking. You may proceed, Captain.
There you are.
Captain, Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Captain, if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next.
Time for us to start getting some real answers, and figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready. Percival and I have done our damage. This is us starting to put some things right. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
Yes?
Problem?
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies? Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen? Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation.
We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property.
Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position.
Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terramorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name.
So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms? Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
Keep it moving.
Are we at all surprised that the UC has such a massive space dedicated to secrets?
You may proceed down the corridor. But there are no additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
Very well, I will wait. You go on.
Welcome, Captain. Please, come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat. President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite this. But now you face a foe unlike any other. Which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am? Not quite. I'm Francois Sanon, but most know me as Victus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes, but the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here. A sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies. very astute. That's my daughter. My progeny. You've been working alongside. Has she shared with you the nature of our little family? Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do. After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the Colony War. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with. There is a former colleague of mine. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the Colony War ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him. However you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know. You can certainly try, but the man's been easier for all if you simply blow. Captain, your files indicate a track record of unlikely success, and this might be something of a tryout. If that's what you require to sleep in. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria. Wolf System. There's a star station in the vicinity. The Den. The head of the local vanguard.
Identity verified. You may proceed to the exit.
Yes, baby, whoa.
way you handle things. Not bad. Not bad. I must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive. It's good to be out and about. Lives get stuffy sometimes. Any day you make it through is a victory in my book. Certainly. Next time.
Ship is now docked.